Welcome back my fellow creators, my name is Ben Lewis and I'm here to teach you some Photoshop. In today's tutorial I'm going to be covering how to change the colour of an object that might be quite prominent, and you might want to just adjust this colour to create a more interesting and fascinating effect. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be changing the colour of this yellow Chevrolet to a different colour, and it's a very simple thing to gather and it's quite useful. This is quite a useful technique. And it also uses some layer mask techniques that we learned in the last video, and I hope that you guys can apply this and use this to create some really interesting colour changing effects. First things first, we're going to go into making a layer from the background of your picture, your chosen picture. I will link a upload to this picture so you can download it and you can just follow along, and that should be in the description down below. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the adjustments layer and the adjustments window, and if you haven't got this, just press window, adjustments, it should be there, and you'll just find that appears on the right hand side here. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the hue and saturation filter. Now what this does is this is really useful for projects, as you can change the color of specific elements using this drop down menu, specific kind of colors in the picture, and we're going to be using this feature. The whole piece, we can change the color of everything. As simple as that. You can change the saturation, make everything look brighter, and you can also make everything look like lighter or darker, which could be useful, but we're not going to be doing that today. What we're going to be doing is, depending on what the colour is of this, for example ours is yellow, we're going to go to the yellows filter. Now you'll see there's some yellows in the background here, but we're not going to worry about that too much just yet. And what you want to do is you want to change the colour of the yellows based on what kind of colour you want to go for. So for example, if we're looking, also you'll notice it's changing the pavement slightly, but what we can do is we can create a car of the colour choice we want. Obviously some colours go a bit wrong and a bit posterized essentially. What we want to do is we want to get a colour that looks right and doesn't blow it out of proportion, so I'm just going to go for a nice red. Now this looks quite nice. I'd say this could be a possible car colour for a Chevrolet, who knows. And what we're going to do is you'll notice the number plate has gone the same colour because it was a yellow, and so is the pole in the background, and the pavement's not too bad. But if you notice from our last tutorial, there's a layer mask on hue and saturation. You can get rid of this little properties button here, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the brush tool just like we did last time and use the black, and we're going to essentially just rub away parts that we don't want to change colour. If you look, I got rid of the sign back here, sign up here, got rid of the red from there, and the pole up here. You can do the same for the pavement, so we can get rid of all the red tones from it. And just do that, just brush it slightly, use a soft brush, not too soft that you end up deleting parts of the car. And you can obviously put the hardness up a little bit to get more of a clean finish. But I'd say it's pretty good. We haven't had to make any big changes. And the only thing that we really need to change now, we've got all the yellows fixed and everything. Just kind of double check, just go over parts of your image, for example there, up here, in the clouds a bit, we've got some yellows, so we'll just fix that. You essentially want to go around all the places where your car isn't, or your specific thing you're painting isn't. And if you make any mistakes, what you can do is just go back to where the car is and just kind of fill it back in again. So it's really simple to do. We just want to work at it, we just want to work around the edges, and I'd say that's pretty good. You wouldn't really notice if that had been edited. I certainly wouldn't from a distance. It looks pretty real. So what you can do here is you can select the Polygon Lasso tool, and you can just follow this along and just create a selection, and within that selection you can just brush it away. Press Ctrl D, and I'd say that's pretty clean. We're going to do this with the number plate. So what you want to do is select the area which your number plate's on by using the Polygon Lasso. Just click all the way around the number plate, around the curves, just kind of get close, and then just click away until you feel comfortable that you've got a good selection essentially. So I'm just going to click up there, and I'd say that's pretty comfortable. And what you're going to do is just brush that away too. Now press Ctrl D and see what you've got. And hopefully all being well, you might have to make some adjustments, like here we've kind of skimmed the corners a little bit at the top. So just go back over with your Polygon Lasso tool, back to normal, and your car, or whatever you've done, should be a different colour. And I'd say this looks pretty natural. If you really want some detail, you can go into the blending options, which I'll cover in a later tutorial. You can, do the areas you miss, so we might do that bit there, a bit down here at the back, but it doesn't matter too much. It's just the fine details. And then you can just go through each style. That one looks pretty clean, it looks pretty accurate. That one changes it back to yellow. These just kind of keep it yellow and orange. That one looks pretty cool. It kind of blows out the colour of it a bit. But I'd say keeping it normal. It looks pretty normal. It looks like an average car. It looks like we found a red Camaro. That's pretty much the tutorial on how to use a layer mask and hue and saturation adjustments to make a car a different colour. If you enjoyed the tutorial, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. Share this with your friends, they might be interested in how to do this kind of thing. And stay tuned for next